What you make of the election?
Well, it's over, you know. I mean,
As some people would say, thank God.
it depends on where you stood. I don't know. I mean, I realized that I didn't live in a bubble. I didn't live in a bubble. I didn't think it was a sure shot that either she or he was going to win. I mean, I didn't live in a world where I was completely surrounded by the same voter. I am 52. I know a lot of people. I have a lot of friends, and a lot of friends who were for Clinton, and I had a lot of friends who were for Trump. And as I live with someone who was for Bernie Sanders. So I had all of these voices that I was talking to coming up to the election. And, you know, anyone voting for Clinton was not some kind of, you know, neoliberal elite snob who was only interested in identity politics. And the Trump voters I know were not some kind of alt-right redneck supremacist. And both sides had a lot of compromises they had to make over their candidates that they were going to vote for. A lot of compromises.
Did Trump make compromises?
I think the people who were voting for Trump ultimately had
They had to say
compromise.
but.
They had to say but. But I also knew that with Hillary, too. I mean, my boyfriend, my partner of 7 years, after being kind of defeated by the Bernie Sanders thing, you know, held his nose when he voted for Hillary Clinton. I mean, it was not something he really wanted to do. So in that sense, while I was watching it, I thought the narrative, the narrative of the media was what really interested me. And how did that happen? How did we get to a point where on election night, I was on the New York Times website and it said, Hillary Rodham Clinton has a 98% chance of winning. Donald J. Trump has a 1.4 chance. I said, okay, well, I guess if they're telling me this, that's the problem with the media in this whole election cycle. And it was amazing bias, amazing mischaracterizations, things on both sides.
Still going on.
It is still going on, but I mean, how far can it limp to a conclusion? I mean, I just
Would this be a good or a bad novel?
Well, it would be. Your editor would say this is completely unrealistic. This would never happen, and no one will want to read or buy this because it's so outlandish, and so full of shocking reversals and surprises that are completely unrealistic. So I think that's what an editor would say.
Watch new episodes of Larry King Now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on demand on Aura TV and Hulu.